Hello everybody. Today is going to be a consideration that everybody needs to make. There's a myth out there and I've seen people lose their buildings because of this myth. So hang on and you're going to see something that you really want to consider before you rent your next apartment or commercial space. I just had the opportunity of walking through a commercial space that was just foreclosed on. And they had one tenant in the building. The tenant that they had in the building was the Illinois Probation Office. Now you say, that's great. The Illinois Probation Office, that means we're getting government money. And you're right, you are getting government money if it comes. With the state of Illinois, the tenant was 6 or 7 months behind on rent. The owner was owed over $20,000, $30,000 in rent. But yet, there was no way to collect it because the state was paying bills so late, the owner actually lost their building through foreclosure. And I'm sure there were other reasons contributing to it, but that was a major reason also. Another consideration that you might want to consider, let's talk about Section 8 rent. For those who don't know what Section 8 rent is, the federal government will pay somebody on the Section 8 program, will pay part or all of their rent. There's Section 8 offices in most of the major towns, and it's, people sign up for it and they come in to rent from you. The government guarantees the rent to come to you, and they technically put it in your account at the first of every month. People love this because they don't have to worry about collecting rent from the tenant. Let me tell you a couple of things that just might go wrong with this program that you're not aware of. First of all, Section 8 tenants are not always the most educated tenants. They tend, periodically to do damage to it. I don't think it's intentional, but they do damage to it. So all of a sudden now you've got $1,000, $2,000 worth of damage to your property, and you go to the tenant like you would go to a normal tenant, and you say, hey, you've done $2,000 worth of damage, and you expect the tenant to pay. Well, since they're on the Section 8 program, they don't have a lot of money. So when it comes time to paying, they don't have the money. So what do? Do you evict them? Or do you just let them keep on all kinds of damages? Let me give you some examples of this. We've got a tenant that hit the garage door on a townhouse. When she hit the garage door of the townhouse, she let cold air into the garage. This was on a fourplex on a townhouse association. Last year it got very cold, and she actually froze up the water pipes to the whole complex. We had thousands of dollars worth of damage, and 4 of the units went out water for the day. We had to get plumbers in, etc. Between the garage door and the plumbing, she ran into like $5,000 worth of damage. So the first thing she did is moved out and got a free public defender, and now we have to go after her, and she doesn't have any money. So this is a lot of times typical of tenants like this. It's not real common, but it does happen. So you have to realize, if I'm going to rent to a Section 8 tenant, am I going to get my money? Another thing that's kind of interesting, we got a letter from Section 8 a week ago. Section 8 has told us that we're not going to get our rent as of March 1st. So what do? We've got tenants. Do we evict the tenants? Which I'm sure a court is not going to let us evict them because the government's shut down. What do you do if you have to pay a mortgage? So if you're really tight and you cannot afford something for Section 8 stopping from getting your money, be another reconsideration of what you could do with Section 8. Really have to keep in mind, you have to have big reserves. If you do not have big reserves, you're not going to get your money. And you're probably sooner or later you'll get it, but you gotta wait until it does come in. And I've just seen a lot of people, most landlords, especially when they first start, are day by day, and they can't afford to go a month or 2 months without rent. If your whole portfolio is Section 8, or you're renting a commercial building all to the state or a government, and they have some kind of interruption in paying you, it could bankrupt you. So these are all considerations that you want to do before you rent to a government tenant. You know, the rent is guaranteed, and most of the time you will get it. But again, to recap, if there's damages, if the state shuts down, if the federal government shuts down, whatever happens, it could just really, really screw up with your cash flow. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments, make the comments below. We read each and every comment, and we want to be able to come up with more videos that you may like. And share this video with a friend, especially if they have Section 8 tenants or government tenants right now coming up. If there's a government shutdown, if they're not aware, you might be helping them out so they can save a little money before it happens. Have a great day, and hope everything's well.